So this topic is very important. Meditation is not about sitting only. So as a cultivator, we need to understand this because this is a very, very strong misconception. Most people thought to meditate is to sit. You are not sitting, you are not meditating. There is a fallacy in this statement because according to Lord Buddha, meditation can be done in any posture, especially the four basic posture, whether it's standing, sitting, walking, or lying down, or in the midst of life. When you are attending to life, means the daily mindfulness, means you have to maintain mindfulness of all action in the present moment. You can maintain mindfulness throughout the day. It will lead to continuity, stability, and it become ever mindful. And from there, you can use it to develop the meditation leading to heedfulness. So that important understanding can actually help the cultivator a lot. So remember this. But I need to dwell a little bit into tradition. Traditionally, since the Buddha's time, during the olden days, you don't have like what our modern civilization has, proper chair to sit and all those things. In the olden days, most of the things were done by sitting on the floor. Then when you go out to work, you walk around. Then when you're tired, only you lie down. Then when you want to meditate, maybe people sit. So it has been a tradition that sitting is associated with meditation. So maybe that could be the reason why that misconception has come about. But like I always say, meditation, especially Buddhist meditation, is to be developed or cultivated through an understanding. Without understanding, you go and do, you will not experience much benefit. Maybe you can develop some form of calmness, peacefulness, more quiet mind. And after having those results, you think you are meditating. So all this cultivator need to find out for themselves what is it that you are looking for in the name of meditation. Then you have to understand what is meditation as per the teaching taught by Sakyamuni Buddha. If you don't understand all this, how can you start? You can't start. So like I always say, if you look at the teaching, the Buddha emphasized a lot on that section on apamada, which is a Pali word. The English equivalent word is heedfulness. Apamadena sampadeta. That is the final advice of the Buddha before his parinibbana to all the disciples and the monks. He says, strive on with heedfulness. Do not be heedless. And under Dhammapada verse 21, 22, 23, it more or less sums up for us the deep meaning of meditation. According to the Buddha, he said, heedfulness is the path to the deathless. The heedful never die, whereas heedlessness is the path to the dead. The heedless are as if dead. So this Dhammapada verse 21 is very clear. Without heedfulness, you are as if dead. The moment you are heedful, you can realize the enlightenment or the deathless. That's why heedfulness is the path to the deathless. So heedfulness is very important. So with this understanding, we need to understand what is heedfulness. Heedfulness has two components, as per Dhammapada verse 23. The constantly meditative and ever mindful, these are the two components. If you hold on to these two training steadfastly, you will realize the supreme born-free Nibbana, which is the enlightenment in the here and the now. So how can we develop the mind so that it can be ever mindful? We have to train that thinking mind, the mundane mind, the heedless thinking mind, the mind that thinks a lot, the mind that lashes on to every sense experience that arises, and the mind that doesn't have the understanding and the spiritual faculty create mental hindrance to hinder your mind from entering the meditative state of inner peace, inner calmness, and inner awareness. And because of that, most people cannot meditate. Their mind is lost in thought, constantly lost in thought, very heedless. They think a lot. They are hardly peaceful. So the first thing is to get the mind to slow down and slowly become quiet so that it is peaceful, so that it is aware without thought. So the training of the mind to be aware is very important. That one, the understanding. The understanding is without thought, then only you can be aware. Because your mind can only do one thing at a time as a human being or living being. You are either completely silent without thought and aware, or the other possibility is you think a lot. You are lost in thought, preoccupied with what your thought is involved in. You go and check. You can only be in these two states. But most people cannot be in the first state of awareness without thought because they think a lot. They realize they cannot stop thought. To them, thought is the basis of life. Without thought, they're scared, they are dead. They don't know what to do. So this lack of understanding is the cause of their inability to develop this meditation. If I know that without thought I am already aware, then what must I do? Which means I only need to relax and maintain awareness. Don't do anything so that the thoughts slow down. The thought loses its ability to continue. Means you don't give it any more mental energy to think. You don't create condition for mental proliferation of thought. Means you don't get angry, you don't get emotional, you don't stir your mind through delusion. So to meditate is to relax and maintain awareness and let the mind settle down until there is no thought. Then the awareness nature surfaces. That is the beginning of awareness. If you know that, then your meditation will progress. It's only after you have realized the awareness within, then you can continue the third support, which is allow this awareness to stabilize for as long as it can. Means technically 24-hour awareness, or at least during your waking moments, you must maintain awareness. That's how you can become ever mindful. which is the first aspect of heedfulness. Then when you have that mind that is ever mindful, use it to meditate, use it to observe, use it to insight into phenomena, use it to contemplate, reflect. So all this is meditation. And basically, in the midst of life, when you develop this heedfulness, you use it to cultivate noble eightfold path. Then you will come to realize life itself is the meditation. Because whatever you do in life, there is the reality within. So to meditate is to realize the truth, the reality within life and existence. When you can understand why things arise and how things arise, means you have wisdom. You will then come to know that the world we live in is a conditioned world, existential world that is dependent, originating, condition arising, causal phenomena. Without causes and condition, nothing arises. When causes and condition arise, things arise, phenomena arise. So all this manifestation within our thinking mind, our mundane mind, they are the mental creation from our nature, the true mind, the true nature. When you stir and create the movement, they arise. And through your views, opinion, and conditioning that you accumulate in your brain, you create the content of consciousness. You create your views, your opinion, your mental intention. Then whatever you experience in life, your phobia, your insecurity, your scars of memory, you accumulate them. Then your happy moments and unhappy moments. All this, you accumulate them into the brain. And the brain is the one that trigger of thought process through what? Through response to this memory. That this memory created the condition for you to continue to think. Yes, dependent on something arises. So dependent on memory, thought arises. So when thought arises, you cannot understand what thought is. You cannot understand who you are, what you are. As a living being or as a human being, we have two aspects. One aspect is the mundane mind, the thinking mind, the dependent originating mind within the existential world. The other one is the true mind, the silent mind, that nature within. When thought cease to be, that nature surface. So meditation is to realize this, to see this clearly, then to understand the movement of the mundane mind, how it comes to be. Then you will realize they follow the nature's law that governs life and existence, like what the Buddha explained under the Pancha Niyamas.